Hello, this video was created by Priya Shetye, a lead information developer at BMC Software, and narrated by a computer-generated voice. This video demonstrates how to design high-complexity flows in BMC Helix Integration Studio. A high-complexity flow is a flow that involves more than two applications and has complex mappings. Now, let's see how to design a high-complexity flow. Jane, a tenant administrator, is logged into BMC Helix Integration Studio. She will design a Jira to ITSM flow and add the action of sending an email by using a Gmail account as an example. First, Jane opens Flow Designer and selects Jira as the source application. From the list of available triggers, she selects New or Updated Issue and Project, and then selects the required project. In a high-complexity flow, Jane can specify additional trigger conditions. To add new conditions, she clicks the plus icon and can add additional conditions. She selects Issue Type equals Bug. This configuration will trigger the flow when a new issue of type bug is created in the selected project. To continue, Jane clicks Next. Jane selects ITSM as the target application. From the list of available actions, she selects Create a New Incident. On the Map Fields tab, Jane must map the source fields to the target fields so that the values from the Jira issue are transmitted to the ITSM incident. For this high-complexity flow, Jane can use advanced options and transform mapped fields. Asterisks indicate mandatory fields. To add more fields, Jane can click the plus icon and select a field, or click Show All Fields. While mapping the fields, Jane can switch between source fields and target values. For example, for the urgency field, Jane can select target fields, and then select one of the values available in Remedy ITSM. Jane selects High, which means that all incidents in Remedy ITSM that are created from the Jira issue in the selected project will automatically have high urgency. Alternatively, Jane can select source fields, and then select priority. In this case, the priority value from the Jira issue will be displayed as the urgency value in the ITSM incident. Now, Jane will map the remaining mandatory fields. Description corresponds to the source issue description field. Company corresponds to the target Calbra services value. She will map the rest of the fields to target values. She adds the customer name fields. Jane enters a name corresponding to an existing user in Remedy ITSM. Jane clicks Add Action to configure an action for the flow. She selects Gmail from the email group, selects her email configuration, and send an email action. Then in the Gmail field mappings, in the To Email Address field, she enters the email address of the user to whom an email should be sent when a new incident is created. She maps the subject field to the issue summary and body field to issue description. Now, Jane has mapped all mandatory fields. She can click Next to finalize her flow. On the Summary tab, Jane changes the flow category to Service Support, and adds a description for the flow. To finalize the flow, Jane clicks Done. Jane is redirected to her My Flows page. The newly designed flow appears in the list of available flows. The flow is automatically set to active, and runs whenever a triggering event occurs to convert Jira issues into ITSM incidents. Now when you create an issue of type bug in Jira, the corresponding incident is created in Remedy ITSM. Then, an email with the issue summary as the subject and the issue description in the body is sent to the email ID configured. This was a quick guide about designing high-complexity flows in BMC Helix Integration Studio. Thank you for watching.